if we take that frustration, any frustration, this is great because frustration is free. It's like, woohoo, here comes the frustration. Let's start with the question in this video. Is it possible that we may have some frustrations along the way as we pursue our goals and deal with everyday life? Well, the answer is, of course, we're going to have frustrations. And in this video, I'd like to chat with you about some methods or ideas that we can use in measurable terms to take frustrations and turn them into focused fuel. And let's discuss some sources of frustration. You might be thinking, Keith, I don't need anybody to tell me about frustration. It's coming in from all sides. Well, if we have our big goals, let's say our 10-year goals, and we've written them out, we know what it looks like, we know what we want, and we've broken them down into 5-year goals, and then 1-year goals, and 6-month goals, and 1-week goals, and daily goals. And what I found incredibly useful for us to do is to take this priority checklist, and in addition to identifying what our top priority tasks are for that day or for that week, is also on the far right-hand side in the column called Next Step, is to jot down the immediate next step of what we can do towards that goal. If we look at our goals or our sheet, and we see, oh, the next step is this, we don't have to spend a lot of time and ramping up, we just do it. Last night I went to a show performance at the Smith Center here in Las Vegas, and I didn't get to sleep till fairly late. So this morning when my alarm went off at 5:50 a.m., I thought to myself, I don't want to get up right now. I just want to sleep. And it would be easy to make that choice, but one of my important goals is to have exercise, to keep myself healthy and fit so we can be, do the things we want to do in life. And so that thought did go through my mind, but I have this system in place which says, okay, before 6 o'clock, I need to get the watch on and get my move goal before 6 a.m., which involves putting on some shoes and brushing my teeth and getting downstairs so I can get my move goal before 6. So I wasn't thinking about the whole workout or the cardio or anything else. I was just thinking about the system I had in place, which is wake up, put my watch on, get my move goal, which means move around a little bit before 6 a.m. And once I'm moving, and then I didn't want to start my, I didn't want to go to cardio either. I didn't want to do the elliptical. But I said to myself, well, I have a system in place. All I do is I get my water, I set my watch for exercise, and then I go. And I started, and my workout was like 50 minutes. And I'm so glad that I did. Okay, so back to turning frustration into fuel. In our big goals that we have, it's curious that if we share our big goals with other people, sometimes they're not quite as enthusiastic about it as we are. So I would encourage you to hold your big goals pretty private. Write them out periodically, think about them, but I wouldn't go tell your neighbor, yeah, I'm going to be a XYZ, an astronaut in 10 years, if that's your goal. Or I'm going to be the owner of a multi-billion-dollar corporation in 10 years. I wouldn't just share that with everybody unless you have somebody you absolutely trust who can help you motivate you to get to that goal. But what we can do is take that big goal and chop it up into the smaller tasks and those individual daily tasks that are prioritized, and we can share those goals with anybody. Because I've discovered that if we share those goals with people, let's say we go on social media and we say to our friends and so forth, I'm going to exercise for 3 days a week at this time of the day, or I'm going to start learning this skill to become a mechanic or an IT person or a system administrator or whatever it is, or I'm going to start learning this topic, or start learning a language, or start learning the ukulele, whatever it is. If we commit to those smaller goals of I'm going to practice 3 days a week, and we put it out there, that's going to give us a little bit of positive pressure in getting that stuff done because we've committed to it. Now, what happens, and it happens occasionally, when we set those little short-term task goals and we commit it publicly and we don't follow through? There's pain. And that pain is good because it helps us remind us that, okay, we need to adjust because we're not doing those things that we want to do or need to do to get to our goals. So when that pain comes in, that frustration, whether it's from others, whether they're making fun of us or we can't do it or they're disappointed or we're disappointed in ourselves, the key is don't let that go too far. Take the disappointment, feel the feelings, like, okay, that doesn't feel good, and then turn that emotion, if it's frustration or other people are doing great and you're not, and we're looking at all that, turn any frustration that you have into fuel. Now, if we take I think on Mythbusters, they identify that if you take a bullet and you put it in an oven, it will explode, but it won't shoot because it's not focused. So fuel that's burnt or exploded, if it's not focused, it doesn't have all that much impact because it kind of dissipates. Well, if we take that frustration, any frustration, this is great because frustration is free. It's like, woohoo, here comes the frustration. If we take that frustration and we experience it and we turn it into fuel, the key is don't waste that fuel. Don't waste that fuel with an attitude of, oh, I've got to do this, I've got to do this, I've got to get it done. That's not the best use of that energy. The better use of that energy for you and I would be to go back to our priority task list, or whatever method you're using to identify what's important for you to do today and tomorrow to go in the direction of your goals, and do it happily, to enjoy the process. Because it's great knowing every day or every week we're getting closer and closer to our goals, is to go ahead and take that frustration, turn it into energy, and then focus that energy on those tasks. And just like the motorcycle analogy I used, we want to ride our own ride. Get the feedback, adjust as we need to, and be focused in driving that energy to those tasks. Don't drive I often like to focus on what I want as opposed to what I don't want. And here's an experience or a feeling that I've had that doesn't serve me, and I don't think it'll serve you. If we're frustrated, don't tell the world, I'm so mad, I'm so upset, I'm so picked on, I'm so this, I'm so that. Because that may feel good for a moment, but it dissipates the energy and it doesn't get you any closer to your goals. And it's not really always fun to hear, but if we tell people we're having a bad day, there's probably 90 or 95% of people who don't care, and there's probably a few people that are glad to hear it. So take any frustrations that come in, focus it on improving daily. If we make a mistake, if we fall down, if we fall short of our short-term goals and our action items, don't beat yourself up too much. Just apply that energy to tomorrow, and also realize that every moment that we have is the moment we have now. So if we're doing a habit or something that's not good for us, the key is to stop. So if it's eating or drug abuse or anything else that's maybe not serving us well, or not sleeping or whatever it is, maybe identify that we have the challenge, stop it where it's at so it doesn't get any worse, and then pick ourselves up and continue moving in the direction of our goals. And this process called life is a lot of fun, and if we take the frustrations that do come in and focus it into fuel, we can do better and better and better. So if you're watching this success series and you haven't yet written out your 10-year goals, and you haven't written out your priorities, and you haven't started working on them, I would encourage you to not make this a spectator sport. Do something today. If you want to add a comment as a public commitment that I'm going to write out my 10-year goals, or I did write out my 10-year goals, which would be even better, and then start acting on those, I would be absolutely tickled that together we're making a difference, we're moving the needle, and we're going in the direction. The trajectory is on track to get us closer and closer to those goals that will truly make us happy. So thank you for joining me in this video and in this journey as we both make our lives better and better step by step in the direction of our goals. I'll see you, my friend, in our very next video. Thanks for watching.